Good morning and thank you for joining with me today. A woman and her grandmother were sitting out in the garden and they were discussing a member of the family. And the young woman said, he's just a no-user. You can't trust him. He's never done anything useful in his life. But Gran was a pretty forgiving lady and she said, he's bad, but Jesus loves him. I'm not so sure of that, said the younger woman. Oh yes, said Gran, Jesus loves him. But then she paused for a second and said, of course, Jesus doesn't know him the way we know him. And that's the way Joseph's brothers felt about their youngest brother. He had a way of getting under their skin. Their father, of course, didn't help, giving him this fancy coat, and his brothers were mad when they saw him strutting around just full of himself. And those dreams he was having, they'd had enough, and so they decided to get rid of the spoiled brat. So they took his fancy coat and they threw him down a hole. Now, some thought they should do away with him, but instead they sold him as a slave to a passing bunch of entrepreneurs. Then they told Dad that Joseph must have been killed by a wild animal. All that was left was the coat, and Jacob was broken, his favourite son gone. Well, years passed. The brothers continued with their lives, and Joseph did all right. He worked hard. His master trusted him. But then he was thrown into prison for something he did not do. But he continued to have those dreams and gained a reputation for telling people what they meant. That talent came in handy. And eventually he landed a top job in the government. One day a group of lads came in search of food. Joseph recognised them. They did not recognise him. It was his brothers. You know the story. He played a trick on them. He accused them of theft and placed a silver cup in Benjamin's sack. And the punishment for this theft was that Benjamin would have to stay in Egypt. The brothers pleaded with Joseph. It would kill their father. And Joseph called them closer and he tells them who he is. If we're honest, not too many of us would react like Joseph. Even in those times of uncertainty and questioning and struggle, he believed God was with him, so he forgave them. Forgiveness is hard. When somebody wrongs us, we want to even up the score, don't we? It'll make us feel better, but in actual fact, it doesn't, does it? Joseph was smart enough to realise that there comes a time when you've got to forgive and move on. And I know it's hard to forgive somebody who's wronged us. It's hard to break with the past, but that's what Joseph did. And the power of forgiveness works both ways. Joseph forgave his brothers for what they had done, and frankly, the brothers forgave Joseph for being a bit of a brat. Seeing God's hand in his life allowed Joseph the freedom to become a brother again, and the family was restored. Oh, it's an emotionally charged moment. He invites his brothers to go and tell Dad the good news and to come and live with him, and a happy ending brought to a good ending because of the willingness to forgive. But it's more than just a story. Joseph has a message for us today. Joseph would not let past grievances spoil today's opportunities. He was willing to forgive. Oh, it would have been so easy for him to respond with revenge, but love won the day. And of course, Jesus once said, turn the other cheek. Love your enemies. He couldn't be serious, could he? But he was. Again, thank you for listening to me, and God bless you.